Hi, welcome back to Brant Ranch Garage. We're pretty much back to where we started with this block. I was able to get a tap and clean out the threads on the oil gallery plug that I missed taking it to the machine shop. And I also power washed the block to get all the chips out and to clean everything that I didn't clean before. There's a lot of different ways, I suppose, to dry off a block after power washing, but what I like to do is spray it all down really thoroughly with WD-40. That seems to displace the water and keep it from rusting. So then I blew it off with compressed air and finally wiped it down with paper towels. So it was pretty dry then. At that point I go around and I put some automatic transmission fluid on the towel, the paper towel, and just kind of rub over everything that's machined on the surfaces. So that keeps it from rusting, and the automatic transmission fluid seems to stick well enough that you can get by for a few days uncovered. So the next step is I'm going to go back into cleaning the oil galleries with the brushes, and then I also like to run a tap down all the threaded holes in the block. That cleans them out. It's not a cutting tap, it's a cleaning tap. I got them from ARP, and it's a nice little set that will do all the block holes. And then I'll get back to the cam bearings, which was the original goal. So here we go. Okay, like an hour and a half later, there's a lot of bolt holes in this block. I am finished with the last one. So we will pick up with the cam bearings tomorrow. Thank you. Okay, we're all set up, ready to go to install these cam bearings. I think I've got them figured out pretty well. There's two different sizes. There's a big thick one that goes in the front, and the rest of them are identical, and they have three slots in them for oil. So all I really need to do is line up the top and pound them in, watching for this slot to be lining up to the hole in from above. So I'm going to be kind of fiddly on the first one because it's pretty critical. You can't do too deep because you'll run into the plug that goes in the back of the block. So I'm going to make a mark on each of these, center front, so that I can kind of see it as it's going in, to make sure I'm still doing it straight. So I'm putting it onto this, here, I'll show you this. This is my cam bearing installation tool. It's got an expanding collet that you basically turn, and it gets bigger than the bearing and holds onto it. Then you put it in there and put this in the front hole to kind of keep it straight, and you whack it there. That's how it works. So I'll go ahead and get started with this one. We don't lubricate the cam bearings when we're installing them. I kind of Googled around and checked that out, and the consensus view seems to be you don't put any lubrication on them. There it goes. That might be far enough. I want to check it. Oh, nice. I can see the slot just coming into the hole, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's about right. I'm gonna give it a couple more knocks, and then we'll take the thing out and be able to see daylight through it. Yeah, that's pretty darn good. I think that's right where it ought to be. Okay. So, yeah. We'll just do 4 more. The 3 slots are really for the thrust bearing, which, remember, that has that gallery that goes up to through the heads to the rocker arms. The rest of them doesn't really need 3 slots, but they just make them all the same. That could go a skosh that way. But it would work as it is, but I want it to be as centered as possible. A little bit more. Yeah, that one's perfect. Perfect. Now this one is the thrust bearing one, and that one's going to have to be perfect too. That's perfect too. Now we're getting kind of short coupled on the straightness value, and in fact for the front one I'm just going to have to do it freehand because it's on the engine stand and I'd have to take it off. I think we'll be all right. This one needs another whack or two. I didn't do that too far. No, that's great. It's right where it ought to be. Okay, good. Let's rig this up a little different for the I don't know if that comes off. Okay, we won't rig it different. We're going to put the front end. I guess a longer pole helps to some extent. To keep it level. It's really got to go at least down to flush, or else the cam retainer plate won't fit. So I think I gotta keep going. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's under flush. How are we doing for placement? Oh, I like it. I like it. I think we're done. Okay. Yeah. That went fairly well. Now, the big test is whether the camshaft fits in there nice. There's already some lube on the cam, so I'm just going to set it in there and see if it spins okay. you want to be very careful setting a cam in because the lobes can scratch those bearings that we just put in. And it's not an easy process to get it worried through there. Luckily, this isn't a really high lift cam because, you know, a roller cam, there's just a lot more knob there to hit. Okay, one more. Feels pretty good so far. Oh. It's so slippery I can't turn it. But it went in easy enough that I don't think it's going to have a problem. Let me see if I can get it to turn over. It'd be nice to have a, oh yeah. No, there's nothing wrong there. That's fine. Groovy. Okay. Well, that was a success. I'm really excited. And let's see, what's the next step? I'm going to take the cam back out. And I might fool around with, you know, plugging some of these holes for good. And then we can go ahead and put the lifters on a Y block are a mushroom lifter, so you have to put them in before the cam. So I can't just leave the cam in there. Here's what the lifters look like. So this has to go in from underneath the block. So anyway, good job. It all worked out. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.